Hello, in this video I'm going to show you my anxiety and stress journal prompts. So the reason why I made this, as you'll see, is because I love to do journal prompts, and the ones that I find online are usually like a page of just a bunch of well, the prompts that are in a sentence form. So they're all written on one page, and there can be like 100 of them on a page. And my problem with those is they don't give you any room to write the answer. So that would make it so that you would either have to find another thing to write in, and so that way you've got this piece of paper with all of these journal prompts, and then you have to have your thing that you're writing in your journal. Or one other thing you could do is just read from it, keep it on your computer or phone and just read the one you want to answer and then answer it in your journal. But even in that case, you're still not able to follow along as easy because you have to remember where you left off. I just think it's a very poor way to do journal prompts. So what I did was I made this printable journal prompt book, and this is specifically aimed at people trying to control their stress and anxiety or panic attack type things, and that's what I made this journal for. And I'm probably going to be making other journal prompt books for this, but this is just the anxiety and stress one. So I'm going to show you what I did. I took 200 journal prompts and I made them in this printable PDF with space after each one for room to answer. So here is the first page of what I did. So I made a pretty pink, well, not pink, like pastel colored background with flowers. And then I made like little sections for each answer that you want to write. And I think this is the best way to do journal prompts because that way the question is right there. And you also don't have the problem of, having to copy the question in your journal. You don't have to copy it or print it and cut it out and tape it into your journal to know what question you answered. It's all right here on the same page. So this is why I did this. And I've got a couple different color schemes for the color background. And like I said, there's 20 journal prompts in here. And I spent an entire day almost, like at least 7 or 8 hours working on this. I did start with some different journal prompts and I reworded them and I made them better. I made them to be a little more, in alignment with what I was trying to go for here with this journal. So as you can see, there's very, very good questions to get you to think, to get you to not just general questions. These are like ones that are really going to make you dig deep. And this is, like I wanted to mention, this is something that I don't think this can replace having a therapist in some ways, but in some ways it can. Let's say you are you're trying to not spend money. You don't have the money to spend on going to see a therapist. You might be embarrassed to go see a therapist. You might just not want to deal with it. You might not have time. You might not, for whatever reason, you might not want to go to therapy. This journal will walk you through panic attacks. It'll walk you through stress. It'll walk you through anxiety. And it'll help you to, in a way, be your own therapist, be your own best friend. That's what I like to say that journals are. They're really the only place that you write your deepest thoughts. So you don't tell other people these things, especially when it comes to stress and anxiety. And, if you're having panic attacks, how many people are really going to talk to others about that? You're probably going to struggle alone. And so this is the perfect journal prompt book to have for you. And like I said, this is printable, like all my other things. So you can print as many as you want, and there are 200 of them, which ends up being 40 pages. And I'll go back up to the top here. This is the cover. So all the pages there's going to be 40 pages with all these prompts on them. And then this is the cover that you can slide into the binder, the slot in the front. And that way you've got your exactly what you want. You can print off whatever pages you need. Of course, you're going to want to do all of them, but then like sometimes you might want to reprint one of them if you want to use it again at a later date. Like let's say, you're really working on your mental health and your anxiety and your stress. And maybe a couple years later, you're in a different place in life, you're in a different state of mental health, and you want to redo these. Once you buy it, you have it for life. You can print off the pages anytime again, over and over. And that way, you can work with yourself at any point in your life with these questions. So I really hope that you got some benefit out of this video. And what my goal was is to make, like I said, make something with pages that have the question and the answers on the same page. So you're not, doing multiple things at the same time. You can see what question you answered, and it's just great. I just love these types of journals, and I don't even see these anywhere. I might not be looking in the right place, but every time I try to find journal prompts, it's always just 100 questions on a page, and that really bothers me. There's no room to write on it. It would be a lot of, you know, convoluted stuff to do to find out which question you're answering and keep track of which questions you've already answered. And I just like this better. This is more of a workbook style. This is more of a way to just all in one place. So if you are interested in this, I will leave a link down in the description to get this on Etsy. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video. I talk all about journals if you're new to this channel. I talk about the benefits of journals, and I show people the journals that I make, which is part of how I make money, is I sell printable journals on Etsy. And so I'm going to be doing a lot more in this style. So stay tuned for that if you really like this idea. And again, that link is in the description. So go check that out if you're interested. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.